Welcome everybody to another video on Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, even though I am playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare today, I'm actually going to be going back and talking about a game that I played last year. Well, at least I played it before I quit the game because I fucking hated it. Today we're actually going to be talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I played this game for I don't know how many months, maybe about halfway through the game's life cycle. I decided that I wasn't going to play it anymore, and the main reason for that was because of microtransactions, because I just hated the way they went about microtransactions in that game. They added weapons to supply drops that I couldn't obtain, and that basically killed any motivation I had whatsoever to play it. However, Black Ops 4 is changing, and in a way that sort of makes me want to actually go back and play it. I would go back and play it if I had it downloaded for PC and if I had purchased it for PC. The only problem is that to actually play the game, first of all, I need to purchase it, as I said, and then on top of that, I need to rank up, level up from the beginning, and I don't have the motivation to do that. I could play it on console, but that would require me to swap my setup between console and PC every time I wanted to record a video, and that just seems like a lot of effort, and we all know I don't put a lot of effort into my YouTube channel. But anyway, there is a change that's coming to Black Ops 4 that pretty much solves the whole microtransaction problem. It still revolves around supply drops and reserve crates, but it is a lot more fair than it was before. Basically, you can pick anything you want if you work towards it. I have the patch notes up next to me right here, and I'm pretty much going to be touching on the important parts, which is the weapons. In this upcoming update, all players will get more access to more rewards. These changes will include, and they have a few bullet points right here, but I'm going to be reading off the one that's important. A new regularly scheduled Pick a Weapon Bribe bundle, available for 50 reserve crates, that allows players to select a weapon of their choice. Not random, they get to select a weapon of their choice. That is amazing. Why the fuck didn't we have this during the game's life cycle? Now, of course, I think this is a good change, especially for the people who are going to be playing the game. However, I gotta say, this is super fucking late. This change should have been there when the game was in its life cycle. This shouldn't have come when Modern Warfare came out. I do have a little bit of a theory as to why this has come out now and it didn't come out earlier. It could be because of this whole thing that Activision are trying to do, where they're actually trying to change their ways. They're actually trying to make it so that there are fair ways to obtain content in these recent Call of Duties. I talked about this a few videos ago, but basically Activision are kind of trying to savor their reputation by making changes that are actually fair to consumers. This could be part of it. Maybe they want to go back to Black Ops 4 and fix that game up as well, along with having Call of Duty Modern Warfare be a fair game. For some of you guys who haven't really played Black Ops 4 all that much, or you don't know about the reserve cases, you might be wondering, isn't 50 reserve cases a lot? Well, in that game, they actually have a lot of ways for you to obtain reserve cases. You can do a bunch of challenges, and you can unlock them with the supply stream and stuff. Getting 50 reserve cases in that game, from what I hear, is not very difficult. You could get that very easily. So now you can either open up those reserve cases and take a chance to obtain those weapons, or you can save them up for a guaranteed chance to get whatever weapon you want, which I think is a fantastic system. It allows them to have supply drops in the game. They can make whatever money they want from people who are willing to spend money on them, but for the people who actually want to get the weapons and don't really care about anything else, they can work towards it. They have a direct path to it. I'm gonna read out to you guys a few more details about the Pick a Weapon Bribe. The new Pick a Weapon Bribe bundle will appear in Blackjack's shop and the Reserves tab in the black market, allowing you to unlock a weapon of your choice from a crate that also includes 2 reserve items, along with a bonus of 5 duplicate protected cases, all for 50 reserve cases. This opens up a new way to earn the exact weapons you want, in addition to unlocking more weapons through reserves. Essentially, what you're doing with this is trading 5 normal reserves for 5 duplicate protected reserves, and trading another 45 for any weapon that you want. This is a great change for Black Ops 4. It's actually so good that it's made me consider picking up the game and playing it again. Will I do that? I don't really know. I have to see how the game actually goes and how Modern Warfare goes, because obviously this is the game that we're playing and this is the one that I want to play for this year. Of course, Activision came out and they said that they are not working on releasing a supply drop system for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I thought that that was fantastic. I really hope that that is the direction the game goes, that they're not going to have supply drops. However, as much as I hope that this game won't go down that route, I can't forget the fact that in the beta, we accidentally had supply drops leak in a notification tab in this game. And that is something that does bother me, and it's something that I keep in my mind every single time I think of whether or not supply drops are coming to this game. The fact is that supply drops were somehow in the code of this game at some point, and even though Activision said that they're not going to add them, it is still possible that they could find some sort of roundabout way to implement them into this game. And that is a reality that I have to face. That's a reality that you have to face if you're going to invest your time into this game. However, I do want to say that if they do go that route, they can do it in a good way. If they decide to implement supply drops into Call of Duty Modern Warfare, they could maybe take this route of allowing people to obtain the content they want by trading in a certain amount of cases. Maybe in this game, it's going to take whatever amount of supply drops traded in to unlock whatever weapon you want. That way, they can make their money off of reserve crates, but at the same time, for the people who just want the weapons and only want that good content for them, they can still obtain it somehow. Of course, the best case scenario would be that all the weapons are just given out to people whenever they're released. That would be the route I would hope they would take with this game. However, I have to be honest with myself and realize that every single year, we have had supply drops, and there hasn't been much we could have done about it. Supply drops still have a chance of making their way into this game. I hope that they don't, but if they do, this would be a good route for them to take. Add your weapons to supply drops for the people who just want to take the gamble, but also make it so that we can trade maybe, I don't know, 50, 75, 100 supply drops at once and then pick any weapon that we want. Also, don't make it a scheduled thing. Make it so that we can do this whenever we want. We still don't have a full idea of how this system is going to work, but so far it sounds really good. And yeah, for anybody who's playing Black Ops 4, you're probably really excited about this, especially if you're missing some of the weapons. I think this is a good system, and it affects Call of Duty Modern Warfare, because if they decide to implement supply drops into this game and add supply drop weapons, they're kind of going to be pinned in a corner. A lot of people are going to ask, hey, you had a good system in Black Ops 4 where you could trade reserve cases for a weapon. Why can't we do that in this game? Which is why it's making me believe that maybe Activision are actually trying to find some sort of compromise for everybody. And if that's the case, I'm completely fine with supporting a system like this, because it makes it so that we can spend a certain amount of money or work a certain amount of time to obtain whatever we want. I know that there are people who are not okay with spending money on supply drops if they're just going to open them by themselves, but in terms of swapping supply drops for weapons, I know people would be completely fine with, instead of working for that, just paying $50 or whatever for the supply drops to obtain the weapons in a quick fashion. I don't know how it's going to all pan out, but I hope that this means good things for the future for not just Black Ops 4, but Modern Warfare and the Call of Duty franchise as a whole. This is exactly what we needed during that game's life cycle, and I hate that it's here so late, but hopefully it's going to mark a change in the Call of Duty franchise, one that was severely needed. But anyway, guys, what do you think about this change? Leave it in the comments below. I'm going to be reading every single one of your guys' comments. And with that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up here. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you smack the like button. If you want to stay up to date on my content, please be sure to subscribe. I'll have my last video in the corner. If you haven't checked that out already, definitely make sure to check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.